Bob Maloney from MyMMAnews.com. And last week I was cage side in Newtown, Pennsylvania for Art of War Cage Fighting 27. And my man Sean Ruffen, amateur, got off to his third fight, 3-0. And I'm talking to him post-fight. Sean, man, it's been a week. That night, you got to feel great. How's it sunk in? How you feeling?
Oh, I feel great. I just wanted to go out there and to really just display some stuff that we've been working on in the gym and just show some of these heavyweights in Pennsylvania and everywhere else. I'm trying to put them on notice. You're messing with a tough son of a gun right now. So, I'm just trying to, just trying to put a lot of you guys on notice and just let you know, you fight me, it's going to look like you're in a fight.
Excellent. Well, listen, since this is the first time you and I really talked, and I want to learn about you, so I want to ask you about your journey. You're 27 years old. You've had, 3 amateur fights now. Listen, you're training at, Marquez MMA and Daniel Gracie Philly, which is, right now very successful, a giant school loaded with UFC guys. So tell me about your journey, how you got to there and how, started training mixed martial arts. And now you're doing your thing, man, making the walk and getting into the cage and having success.
I started my journey in MMA when I was 6. I started doing Taekwondo tournaments. And from there, it's just it kind of just took off. I just love competing. I love fighting. I just love being a part of the sport. And then when MMA became popular, when I was in I'm going to say middle schoolish, I used to watch it all the time. And then I took a break from combat sports when I went to high school. I started playing football, basketball, more team-oriented sports. And it just was when I got out of high school, I just realized those things wasn't for me. And then I started picking it back up again. And actually, the first gym I ever went to in Philly was Martinez BJJ, and I went there from 16. I'm gonna say 19, maybe 20. Nothing bad happened. Just things didn't work out like I needed to. Switched over to Marquez when it was called when it was called Extreme Evolutions Fight Camp. And now it's called Marquez MMA. And I've been there for the last 3 years now. And it's been the best move I feel like I could have made for myself. And it puts me in position to be able to talk to you. So it really a game.
Oh, great. Well, listen, Chris, my commentating partner, Christian Bobby, one of your teammates, he was saying what he loved about you was that, you trained for a long time. You really didn't start fighting till, later. You had a lot of experience. Was there any reason for that? Were you just waiting, or you really didn't want to fight until recently?
No, it was, I've always wanted to fight. It was just like I said, things didn't work out like they needed to. And when I met John, he told me give him a year. He's let me see what you got. He's one of those people that's shut up and train. Let me see how you train. Let me see how you operate. And I'll tell you if this is for you or not. And that's what I did. When I first started with John, I was 300 pounds. And before COVID happened, because they were trying to get me a fight before then. But before COVID happened, I was about 220. And we were looking at light heavyweight. But then, the whole world just went in disarray. I got a little heavy. So we started fighting at heavyweight, which again, with me is fine. And it was just hard to find amateur heavyweight fights at the time. And then we finally had to go all the way to New York just for me to get my first fight. And other than that, it was just I'm just here for the process, the journey is fun for me. So just being a part of the team and meeting the people that I've met so far, Sean and Pat and Joe, is being around those guys really puts you in a mindset that this is what I want to do. Seeing how much fun they have with it, this is what I want to do too. So even Bobby, some of the lesser guys, that, not lesser, but guys that aren't pros yet, learning from them as well is just it really shifts your perspective on what you really want to do, and seeing how they work so hard, you're I want to be like that too. I know I can be like them. So I said, John is just one of those people shut up and train. And we'll go from there with you.
Oh, listen, part of that process and what you're saying is also having guys there, like you're talking about, like Sean Brady and stuff like that. Guys, they want you to get better. So having that is like it's almost like, it sucks you in, because you know what, these guys, they want me to get better too. You know what I mean? And it actually, it's got to be a great feeling. And let's talk about, listen, this was a really quality victory, I thought, over Cal Lindenbacher at Art of War. He's a big dude. He's been training for a long time. He trains with monsters like you. I thought it was a really quality victory. You're 3-0 now, and if you fight in Pennsylvania, you have less restrictions. You can do advanced amateur. 3-0. Do you think? Listen, let's look around. I mean, you don't need to have a ton of fights to like maybe ask for a championship fight. Do you think maybe 3-0? Do you think you're getting close to that? Do you think you're due for that? What are we going to see from you, early in the year? And are you looking to get back in the cage early in the year?
I would love to. Like February, March, I want to get back in there because, like I said, this for me, like if you watch the fight, I'm having fun. Like, and that's the main thing. Like if you're not having fun doing what you're doing, there's no point in you doing it, But for me, I would love to get in there and fight a title fight. Like I did have I have a couple offers when I was 2-0. So being 3-0 just sweetens the pot a little bit more, because now it's like, again, I'm just showing you guys that I'm here to compete. Like I'm here and I want to go pro within the next, I want to do like 1 or 2 more fights and then go pro from there. But I really feel like a championship fight or a title fight, like whatever you want to call it, is in the running right now, because I have the hype. Like, I'm the one that's undefeated. I'm not a big ticket seller, but I'm fun to watch, and that's what a lot of people want to see. So, I just want to do my best to put on a show for people, because that's what we're here for.
Listen, I'm a fan. It's the first time I got to see you in person. And listen, you went in there. I thought I did see you kind of look for a takedown only at one point, maybe. And I was shocked. But the rest of the fight, it was just back and forth. Your hands were beautiful. I seen you working on some kicks, some knees, a little bit of everything. In the future, listen, you said you would love to be like those guys, UFC. Do you think for you to ever make it to the UFC in the future that you would have to go to 205?
I honestly, I can do it at any weight. Well, in my, like, I can do 185. I can do 205. I can do heavyweight possibly. Like, I don't want to restrict myself to just being at one weight. And I feel like with whatever weight I choose to stay at, yes, I can make it into the UFC. I can make it to Bellator. I can make it to any promotion. It's probably not one. I don't think I want to travel overseas right now, but I can go to any promotion and put on a show for these guys and just have fun. Like I said, if I got to stay on the regional side for however long, that's fine with me. I do think that, like you said, like I can make it to one of those top promotions and really put myself on display and show these guys, like, Philly is really on the rise for MMA right now, and it's ridiculous. Because, like, nobody would have seen it coming. Like, we are a city full of fighters. Like, when, going from boxing and, transition to MMA, it's like you see some of the best fighters come out of Philly in any sport. So, I really want to show that and show, like, I'm putting you guys on notice.
Hey, well, listen, you put me on notice. Sean Ruffen, listen, if you guys like MMA and you like guys that are exciting, we're going to get you some followers. We're going to put your Instagram link in this article. I want you to start building that up because, like you said, you got the hype right now. Here we go, 3-0. Look where he's training and possible title fight. I love Sean Ruffen, man. I love his style. He's a good dude. He trains hard. Sean, you have any shout-outs or love you want to give before we go? Happy holidays to anybody.
Well, happy holidays to everybody that watches this. I really appreciate you guys for, if you stop at my page, you stop at Tapology and look me up or whatever. Like, I appreciate it. I want to give a shout-out to my coaches, John, Daniel, my strength and conditioning coach, Mike, and then our wrestling coach, Cody. All the guys at the gym that motivates. Like, when I say, like, it's a family, trust me, it's a family. And I appreciate everyone from, telling me to fix the way my feet position is or, put my head up when I'm shooting. So it's like, I take all that in consideration. I appreciate everybody at the gym, and even the people that, like that were in the front desk, our our meal prep lady, Anna, like, wonderful lady. So it's like it's such a big family to me, and I'm happy that I got to be able to experience this team and be a part of this family. So shout
All
out
right.
to.
Go ahead.
No, that was it. I was just saying, just shout out to all of them, like everybody in the gym.
All right. Well, listen, for you, I want to ask you one thing for Christmas. I want you to give me something. I want you to know, don't take it easy on my boy Justin Haskell when he's in there, man. You know what I mean? Rough him up a little bit, hit him a couple times, and make him pretty again, man. All right?
Oh,
That's my boy.
It's a picture that he posts all the time when he first came back to the gym of me punching him, and it's hilarious because it's like that picture just happens to cycle around like Instagram, like maybe like once a month, and it's so hilarious to me.
He was texting me during your fight. He loves you. He wanted to know how you were doing, and he's proud of you. And once again, man, Sean Ruffin, look forward to your career. Hey, listen, this is chapter 1 of me talking to you. I'm sure we're going to have more to talk about in the future because you're just getting started. And, man, always a pleasure talking to you. And let's do this again soon, my man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Look, next time I talk to you, I'm going to have a belt, and I'm have a couple more wins under me. So, be ready.
Sounds good to me, my man. Peace out.